Today we are talking about creating some upper body mobility in a flexed position through the spine, some segmental mobility in the spine for exercises like roll-ups, neck pull, things that require you to come all the way up. Clients can get stuck. Sometimes maybe if you're doing like the roll up, your legs are together and their legs start to lift as they curl up. Sometimes that's because we just don't have enough segmental flexion, segmental mobility through the spine. So here's some little tricks that we can use to break that down. So Ellie, let's start with your knees bent and your feet onto the Cadillac. And I want you to roll backwards. Just let's start back here, and then bend your elbows and bring your palms down onto the ground. Yeah, start there. So clients can get stuck anywhere, and once you determine where that is, then position them in that space so you can start working on this. So, and we like to find a nice shoulder position, so you might need to go wider with the hands, especially for people that might be tighter in their shoulders, just so that they find a nice, quiet, happy shoulder. So from here, let's bring your legs together just a little bit, and you'll take a big breath in. And as you exhale, Ellie, I want you to pull your upper ribs back into my hand. So let's say her flexion gets stuck, like right here in this mid part of the ribs, right below the shoulder blades. Then do it again, and then inhale. And then you can take your hands and you can kind of help her facilitate some of that motion and bring the hands around and help her pull down. Now she can also use her hands to create some internal resistance. She can feel like she's pushing her hands forwards towards her feet. You got it. Then take a breath in and just take a rest for a moment. The ball is also a great use of feedback. And the bigger your ball is, the lower they're probably going to feel it. The smaller the ball is, the higher you can start getting into some of these sticky spots. So I kind of let some air out, and you can lean into this ball just a tad. Find it right there. Now take a breath in and do the same thing. On your exhale, feel the abdominals draw in, the abdominals draw back, and start to find pressure into the ball from the backside of the ribs. Do it again. Take an exhale. Yeah, the chest starts to soften down. And again, one more time. Inhale. And exhale, feeling the backs of the ribs come into the ball. Now come right back up. You can do this in a bent knee position. You can also do this with straight legs. So if someone just is so grippy through the front, Ellie, go ahead and straighten your legs out. Legs come together a little narrower, and then rock backwards onto your forearms this time. Come all the way down onto your forearms. So the lower she is to the ground, you'll notice, right, the higher we start working in her flexion. So elbows bent, arms wide. The Cadillac is probably a little too narrow, but you can do this on the ground as well. And let's do the same thing. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you to feel like your ribs are pulling back and as if your nose might be reaching down towards your abdomen. Do it again. Inhale. Exhale, feel your heels pushing long and away. Yeah. See how that also starts to create this nice open hip, helps teaching them to keep their pelvis in a nice neutral spot. Last time, exhale and start to like curl back into yourself. Good. And then come all the way right back up. So again, this is great for people that might be really stiff through here, trying to help them get some extra bend. All right, so we just created a little bit of extra segmental mobility. Now let's connect this into the roll back bar. So Ellie, bend your knees and bring your feet up into the sides of the poles. Grab onto your roll down bar. And I just want you to rock back onto your sacrum as if we're going to go into the exercise. So we've talked about the lower half. So we're going to assume that they have great motion through there. So just start to rock backwards slowly. Pull the abdomen in. Pull the abdomen back, and I just want you to go down one bone at a time. Here's another wonderful way to start working some of the resistance into your upper spinal flexion. And here we can take a pause and just start to work a little bit deeper. So take an inhale, and as you exhale, I want you to feel like you're pushing this bone in your spine back in towards me. Then take another inhale. Let's go back another bone. See how my fingers right here on her spine, trying to guide her through it. Do it again. Inhale. On your exhale, curl back just another inch as you try to deepen that flexion around my finger. One more time, inhale. Exhale, curl back another inch, pulling the abdominals in. Good, and then just start to work your way slowly down the rest of the way. Awesome, good job.